This episode is brought to you by Melee Mats. Watch the full video for information on a special giveaway or check the description below. Hello everybody, Jordan here, the PH is silent. This is my 111st video. Today we're discussing Jhaamdath, an ancient empire of the Forgotten Realms. Jhaamdath was a large human settlement in ancient Faerun. It originated north of Nakirimath Forest, which is now Chandlewood. 12 powerful cities banded together in a common interest of military expansion and trade. Let's go back. Way back to negative 5,800 DR, where 12 cities banded together and formed Jhaamdath. They were, Narrkolyth, the capital and first city, Perennath, Joram, Garant, Golmuth, Liramar, Tuexent, Holinith, Jehirant, Enixian, Corinth, and Mirindith. Yeah. Human tribes, warriors, settled these lands. Their leader was a warrior king named Jhaam. This tiny tribe soon conquered other villages. This was done to secure their surroundings. The people wanted protection, and taking over other villages to then fortify their defenses aided the people. Banding together was beneficial for most. Jhaam died before finishing his vision of taking over the whole area, but his heirs completed it and successfully founded the country of Jhaamdath, with Narrkolyth as the capital. Now, what makes Jhaamdath interesting is its people's devotion to psionics. The people of Jhaamdath over the course of about 30 years developed the ability to use psionics, which is the innate magic of the mind. This ability appeared in all people, from peasants to nobles, and the people who honed it became known as the practitioners of the invisible art. They were said to be blessed by the god Aupensir, who is the god of reason and the invisible art, the god of psionics. I couldn't find much information on Aupensir other than he reached his height of power during the Jhaamdath period and fell away into obscurity after that. It could be a fun deity to bring back. Perhaps a blessed of Aupensir brings psionics into your Dungeons & Dragons games. Psionics became so powerful that Jhaamdath was soon governed by the ruling body of powerful scions and psionic warriors, who were known as Blade Lords. These Blade Lords were drawn from noble families to keep some semblance of power for the nobility. Scions were more like mages, focusing their mind powers, and Blade Lords were more like a Gish, combining melee attacks with psychic abilities. Over the next 5.5 centuries, Jhaamdath expanded. The people became well known between the southern reaches of the Sea of Fallen Stars and the Shining Sea. Their mastery over swords nicknamed them the 12 Cities of the Sword. But life was not perfect in Jhaamdath under these psionic overlords. In negative 267 DR, a coup d'etat dissolved the Blade Lords and the powerful metamind that had claimed himself to be emperor. Now run by an imperial army, Jhaamdath expanded and built a navy. They heavily deforested the area, which was ultimately their downfall. The elves nearby fought the humans of Jhaamdath to protect their woodland home. Jhaamdath slaughtered them, which pushed the elves to use dangerous elven high magic to deal with this human infestation. A giant tidal wave was summoned from the Sea of Fallen Stars that overtook the country of Jhaamdath. Its 12 cities were destroyed all at once, drowning most of the inhabitants. Those that were left fled, and in an instant, Jhaamdath was no more. The wave reshaped and expanded Jhaamdath Bay into the Vilhone Reach of today. What towers and keeps survived the wave eventually sank into the water and muck. The only thing that really survived the high magic spell was the graveyards and outposts that were far outside of the major cities. Today, the sea floor of Vilhone Reach is littered with the relics of Jhaamdath's 12 cities. Psionic energy leaks here from the dozens of psionic swords and artifacts. The energy is altering the nearby animals, creating phyrenic monsters, which are creatures that appear as normal turtles or fish or other types of creatures, but actually harbor powerful psychic energy and can use this skill to terrifying ends. Imagine fighting an evil psychic jellyfish while sailing across Vilhone Reach. The structures that sank now harbor sea hags, sea hobgoblins, and scrags, as well as other evil creatures that lurk in the depths of the water. The spell plague drained much of the water in Vilhone Reach. This opened up the ruins of Jhaamdath to be explored. There were monsters in this area, as well as the nearby plague-wrought land, which was a cursed place created by the spell plague. However, by 5th edition and the Second Sundering, the spell plague's effect vanished, and Vilhone Reach became submerged in water once again. How fun would it be to find a psychic blade under the waves of Vilhone Reach? Some magical item that could read minds or do extra psychic damage to a target? We really do need some rules for psionics in D&D 5th edition, and maybe someday we will. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks to my sponsors on Patreon that keep these videos going. I recently started recording my RPG games and posting them as a podcast on Patreon, which you can access by pledging at any level. I'm currently playing a Dungeon Crawl Classics game with some other one-shot RPGs to follow. Check it out. The first episode, our DCC 0 level funnel, is open for anyone to listen to. And Thanks to Melee Mats for sponsoring this video. They're giving away a 6-pack full set of their battle mats. Be prepared in your encounters and quests with 6 dry erasable, high-resolution terrain designs. Included are markers, an eraser, and spray bottle. To enter, click the link in the description and like the Melee Mats Facebook page. Winners will be announced April 24th, 2019. Also, Melee Mats is offering a 30% coupon this month, in April, on their 6-pack battle mats via Amazon. Click the link below and use the coupon code 30Jordan with a PH in the middle.